Hello everyone and welcome on back here to my YouTube channel and to the MetaCraft server. I'm super excited. Everything is up and running again because I have so many projects in mind for my little island here. But I first wanted to show you guys, we just got back from an amazing mining run. I've been looking for some coal, and of course we're going to need so much copper because this area is just going to be filled with all the copper. So I decided to go mining for that, and I was really struggling to find copper in our mining area here on the island. And so I ended up flying over. There's a village that way behind me, sort of. And I flew over there, and there was a cave, and I went down, and I actually found a copper ore vein, which was amazing. Here it is. That's not the right one. But look at how much copper we have gotten. Got a little bit of iron. This is from an old mining run, but it's stuff that I do have to mine fortune down. So I thought I'd just throw it in this box. And we got a bunch of coal too, which I'm so happy about because I actually ran completely out of coal in order to smelt anything down. So we're just gonna have to power all these up and see how much we get. So I'm gonna do that and I will be back with you guys shortly. Wow, there is so much copper right there, and I even did an 8x8 square. 8x8? What? I can't count. I even did a 4x4 square just so it wouldn't be as tall. But yeah, we got a lot of copper, we got a lot of coal, we got a decent amount of iron, which is kind of nice, and a piddly amount of gold. But you know what? That was from before, so it's fine. But anyways, it is time to take all of this down and see how much we got. With that, guys, we are all done. Oh my goodness, so much good stuff. We got, what is this, 7 stacks of coal and 21. And we have almost 3 shulkers of raw copper, which is absolutely amazing and will help out so much in this build with all the roofs and all that sort of thing. So super excited that we were able to get that much copper through all of this. And then we even got a little bit of raw iron and some raw gold. So there's like 3 stacks, 22 of iron and only 13 gold, but gold's in this one. There we go. But still, a very good mining trip, if I do say so myself. So now it is time to get smelting these things and get set for another build. So originally my plan was to build here on the island. I had a design in mind, but I'm not fully happy with the design yet, so we are going to leave that build for another episode. So I think for now, I'm going to go gather some materials, and I was thinking that maybe we go over to MiniWheats base and work on decorating up the Skelly spawner, because that could be really fun, and he has asked me to do that. I do need to gather a few materials, so I'm going to work on doing that, and I will catch back with you guys. Well, here we are at the skeleton spawner, and as you can see, we have a very large room to work with. So the sort of plan right now, I kind of wanted to go up and make this kind of a massive cavern, but because the skeletons are coming up and over, it just didn't seem to work out quite as well in my head as it probably would. That didn't make any sense. Anyways, so I thought maybe going up in a big cavern would be good. But then I was talking with MiniWheats, and I think we're actually going to drop this down a bit and make a little bit of a pathway, kind of where you can walk up here, but then all you see down there is like a deep hole to fall into. I want to put some magma blocks down there and lava maybe, and some smoke from campfires. Make this very much feel like a dark dungeon cavern. So that is the goal. I have some supplies of sorts here, and we'll see if we need to actually get any more. MiniWheats is off gathering some magma blocks, and we will be filling in. Right now, this tinted glass is only in these top two, but we will be filling this in so it's full-on tinted glass for the entirety of this side of each of the spawning rooms. And yeah, we are gonna do a little bit of digging and dig all the way down. And I'll bring you back throughout it as we get some work done. Well guys, we have got quite the build project here to do. So as you can see, I've done a little bit of design work on the roof. Very simple, but I really love how spruce wood and bone blocks and deep slate just go together so nicely. So I think this is looking really nice. These lanterns, they've just been placed there earlier just to add a little bit more light in here. So we will do a little bit of fixing of how we add light in this area. But other than that, what do you guys think? I definitely like the top side here. So right now, this is the bubble vader. So we're not going to put anything there. That will just kind of be, you know, if MiniWheats has to go in and fix anything, we'll have this space over here. But we were talking about putting in a enchanting area, and so we are thinking of digging a little bit of a space cave area out right here and putting an enchanting area rather than having to constantly go back up to our personal enchanting areas. We just thought it would be easier. So I think that is what we're going to do over there. Right now, MiniWheats is working on getting the redstone all hooked up so that we can actually sort this into these chests on either side. So as you can see, there's a bunch of redstone down there. And as you can see, we have this massive hole all the way down to bedrock. So this is where I want to put in kind of that, yeah, the very deep looking fiery dungeon area down here. But I want MiniWheats to finish off fixing up the redstone and making sure everything is sorted the way that he would like before I start adding in anything else. Because if I need to, then maybe we can change a little bit the pathway up here or the sort down here. But I think so far this has turned out super well, and I really like how it's coming along. Welcome back, everybody. Well, we have made some serious progress over here. As you can tell, we have got a deep dark down at the bottom. So yes, we have lava and campfires and a little bit of terraforming. There is that spire that comes up and attaches to this. Now, I recognize that this one right here is really ugly, and I'm gonna see if I can do anything else with it to make it, I don't know, less ugly. But the problem is at this moment, guys, don't shoot me. The problem is right now is MiniWheats redstone for this area is all within this stone structure here that I've made around it. So there's not a lot that I can do. Like, this is basically the size it needs to be. So I'm not sure exactly what to do because at this moment, yes, you can see it's a deep, dark hole and stuff, but it does kind of lose a little bit of the illusion that I wanted it to have of feeling like you're just gonna fall off. So we'll have to figure out something along that lines. But overall, I really like how this place has come out. I'm trying this for like fences so you don't fall through, because obviously you won't go through these areas. And here the chains prevent you from going. I also decided to put a couple of traps doors on this side just in case like you're over here and you push up against that you're not going to fall down and actually hurt yourself. I'm not sure I like the trapdoor idea, but we're going to try it out and see what happens. Over in this corner, this is where the enchanting setup is going to go. Overall, this place has turned out super nice, and there's a few more things obviously that we need to fix, but it is coming together so well. Just a couple more things and we can call this project done. So we just came back to base here from the skelly spawner. We're just kind of waiting on MiniWheats to finish off that redstone. I thought we could do a little bit of prep work here at the base before we end off today's episode. And one of those prep work things is to completely devoid this land of mushrooms. um, I want to do it all with Silk Touch because I do have plans of making a few custom mushrooms, but I think it's going to be super helpful for me to see this without mushrooms and then start laying out the different places that we're going to have buildings on here. So let's go. And just like that, we have an island that is clear of all the mushrooms. So Silk Touch axes, wow, it takes them down so fast and it's super nice. But now that the island is clear of mushrooms, obviously I've saved all the blocks as you can see in my inventory. I think kind of the next step I want to do is lay out the places for the other farms and buildings that I want to build up onto this island. So I'm going to go and empty my inventory and grab a few blocks, and we will do that together. I've emptied my inventory and grabbed a few tough blocks. So let's start laying out kind of the building areas. It will be super helpful so that I can see and make sure that we are putting the buildings where they won't like crowd other buildings and the like. So one of the first buildings I would like to put up is a space for a sugarcane farm. And I was thinking that maybe we could put it right around here. I would definitely want to flatten out this land just a little bit. But if we put it, let's say somewhere here. I got to do math in my head. Math is hard sometimes. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And that would be a space, and another 3, and another 3, like that. And then on the inside, we would have a space, and we would have one right there. And let's call this 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish. Yeah, 5 should be fine. Another space, and then we would go here, 3 there, 3 there, and 1, 2, 3 with one back here. Yes, it will be a very large building, but I think it is going to absolutely look amazing in this corner. And here in the back, we would, I think 7 across. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 there. Yes, I think something like that. We might have to come in and change some of the sizing and the like of these different areas, but I just want kind of an overall picture of what this could look like. And I wish I had wool or something of the sort, but we don't have enough, and we only have one color, so the one all the way over here. Perfect. And then this one would be skip and right there, correct? Yes, okay, I'm doing this right eventually. And then we do the 3 again. 1, 3, 1, and 3. Perfect. Why does this look like this? Now I'm now 3 with 1 right there. I think that's how you do it. I don't know. So this one we probably need to get rid of these 2 guys. And then 7 across the front again. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. So of course it would go right there. So a little something like that. And in the middle one, we would have a building starting probably about there. This would be the center. That would be like that. But basically we would have 1, 2, 3 space probably, and then a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's not 3. And I just put it down in the same space. Oh my goodness. Okay. 3. Yes. And then another 1, 2, 3. And then we'd repeat the same pattern from that one over there on here. So there we have it. We'd have a building shaped something like this in this kind of general area. So if this is our sugarcane farm, I also would like a sheep farm because, well, we're using a lot of wool in a lot of these builds, and it would be nice to have an automatic one. So I think on this end right here, one of the things I would really like to make is a sanctuary/zoo for the mushrooms. I don't want to make them extinct over here, but I also want to make sure that this island is green and lush. And so I would like to have a special place for them to live and people to come visit them and the like. So I'm kind of considering making this corner of the island into a mushroom sanctuary. Whatever that looks like, I might add a building, I might just make it kind of zoo-like, maybe with some paths or walkways around, but I think over in this area is probably going to be one of the better places to do it. If we said over on this side for the zoo, we'd have some paths around. We obviously need a sheep farm, and I think possibly even having the sheep farm near the mushroom sanctuary could be really cool. So if we actually put the sheep farm right here overlooking this side of the ocean, that could be fun. I'm a little unsure how big I want this. Whereas with that building that we did first, I actually have the design mostly figured out in creative, so that's why it was kind of so specific. But for this one, I haven't like fully decided on the design. I have a couple ideas in mind, but I certainly have not started doing it in creative by any means. And I do like kind of designing out these builds a little bit in creative before I bring them in here. Again, very like large, like I want a lot of be able to have a lot of wool. I should have brought signs. Signs would have made this so much easier. I think in some of the empty spaces in between, we can put different like crop fields. I definitely want a villager trading hall. I would like a pumpkin and melon farm, especially if we do a villager trading hall. I think that would be a really great way to get XP. So yeah, so if we had pumpkin and melon down here, we have sugarcane right there. We would have a villager trading hall somewhere, and that might work out kind of in the center right here, having a villager trading hall. That could be interesting. So maybe villager trading hall right here in the center. Hey, Mushroom, how you doing? You're going to have a sanctuary all to yourself very soon, I promise. Okay, you don't even care. It's fine. Now, with the villager trading hall, I also kind of feel like we need a villager breeder. So we'll put a marker here to say villager breeder with the invisible signs that I have. But you know, now I have all this recording. It'll be fine. And the only other thing that I was really thinking about here, and obviously, you know, if you guys have any suggestions for buildings or the like to build around here, I'm happy to entertain them, and maybe we'll add one of those. But the other thing I wanted was a museum, and I'm not entirely sure where I would want that. I would want it fairly central to everything, because I think having like a central museum that this whole town is kind of built around could be so cool. I think it could be really cool. it might honestly be best to put it right over this big chasm, basically, because that is fairly central. And if we wanted, we could utilize this chasm in some way within the build, or we could just cover it over, have the build over top. But I think it could be really cool to have that kind of central feature of, this is our museum, let's go see what's in it. I think this is going to work out really well. And with my last rocket here, that's at least on me, let's fly this way and take a turnaround. Sanctuary here, sheep farm has to be way larger than that, let me tell you. And villager trading hall, again, probably will be larger. But again, I like big builds. Like, this is just what I enjoy doing. I think this could work really well. And I think having a network of roads and paths around here, as well as just some different fields like flowers or crops or anything like that, could be super cool. So I am so excited now that we actually have this laid out and the mushrooms all gone. I think this is going to look really nice as we start building up each of the buildings and expanding the grass, especially expanding the grass. Right now with the mycelium and the grass, it's just, it needs to be all grass. So we will definitely be taking some time to get all of that done. And it's actually something I'd like to do over on my Twitch channel. So if you guys do want to check me out, the details are in the description. I have only been streaming a couple times, but right now the goal is to stream every Wednesday over on Twitch and kind of get some of these grindy projects done. So that's kind of what I'm planning. This Wednesday is to try and get this whole island covered in grass. Possibly, maybe, we'll see. But I think it will look so much better to be able to do that. And even if I have to terraform afterwards, at least the whole island is grass and we don't have to worry about the mycelium taking over. Yeah, if you guys want to join me, I will be there Wednesday at 3 p.m. AST. But I think this episode we have done, oh my goodness, so much good stuff. We have the whole island cleared of the mushrooms. We got a little plan and layout for future episodes. And we even got that skelly spawner mostly finished. And here we are back at the skelly spawner. So as I mentioned last time, this is where we're going to set up the enchanting table, which I've just realized I forgot the obsidian. Anyway, that will come. I do have the bookshelves though on me, so we are going to get rid of these slabs, which were there just as placeholders. And yeah, then we'll have the enchanter right here in the center. I am going to get rid of this and we are going to put it right there. Now, the next thing is we want to clean this area up. Mini still has some more redstone that he needs to do down here at the bottom, but I think we can clean the rest of this area up pretty well without messing up that aspect. Okay, so this is looking a lot more cleaned up and very much more finished. We are going to end the episode off here in the skeleton spawner, and I just want to thank you guys so much for watching and joining me here on the MetaCraft server, and super happy that it is back and up and running, and I can't wait to keep showing you all the builds and ideas that I have for this area. So if you have liked this episode, please don't forget to hit that like button, and if you're new, I would absolutely love if you would subscribe. And I will catch you in the next episode. Bye for now.